Hello, everyone. My name is Jorge Carreño-Gatica, and before I jump into my presentation, I want to start off on a philosophical note. So when people ask who we are, we tend to respond with what we do for a living, what our job title is, and although that's important, we're way more complex than that, and you're not solely defined by your job or what you do. But for the sake of this video, I'm a graphic designer. Graphic design is what I do, something I'm very passionate about. And Rafael has asked me to give a little introduction of how I got into graphic design and what I'm doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to pull up my website. Feel free to check this out on your own time by searching JVCG design.com. Here you'll see some of the work that I've done. And this is one of the pieces I did before I had like any Adobe product. I made this in Microsoft Paint. And as it says here, looking back, I'm reminded that what truly matters is creativity and the will to put ideas into action. I still live by that today. Here you'll see a little blurb about me, but I just want to jump into my resume. So while I was attending the JC, I was studying art, but I didn't really know how I could apply art as a career. Um, uh, and I took a bunch of art classes, and I was like, well, how could I utilize this towards something more productive? So I looked into graphic design, and I looked at what campuses were offering graphic design programs. Cal Poly stood out as one of them, and quick shout out to Rafael for helping me transfer there. Um, Cal Poly has this learn by doing motto, which they honestly really live by. Um, and the faculty are super well educated. A lot of them are still in the work field, so everything that they teach is relevant. But what they call graphic design there is graphic communication, which is kind of technical. They deal with print and like web design and all that jazz, but go ahead and look up grc.calpoly.edu and click on this first video, which gives a really in-depth a review of what graphic communication is, what the culture is like. So while attending Cal Poly, I was also part of the um, advisory board as a student representative, and that kind of like introduced me to these members who are mostly in print. Some of them are in software. This guy here, Brock, was my mentor, and it helped me bridge the gap between the student body and faculty. I got to sit in on a bunch of important meetings, and I got really close to the department chair. His name is Ken Macro, and he was able to customize a course path for me. So I was able to graduate in like 2 years and 1 quarter. Um, yeah, super awesome guy, very enthusiastic. But even before transferring to Cal Poly, I had an internship at the graphic services at the JC. And one of my first projects was working on the Dream Center logo, which I'm super proud of today. I made the type and everything. Um, it's it meant a lot because I'm a dreamer myself, and it combined my love for human rights and design. All right, so while at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, I was a full-time student while uh, working part-time. One of the jobs that I had was working at a print facility called Poor Richard's Press. There, I got into pre-press, which is the step just before printing. So it combines, or it bridges the gap between graphic design and print. Learned a lot about the whole printing process and graphic design in general there. How I got this job was attending one of the graphic communication career fairs, which I always suggest you attend career fairs. Always polish up your resume. Even if you lack experience, you could talk about what you've learned in your classes, how you volunteered, and yeah, just gain um, practice by landing interviews. Um, so after Port Richards Press, during the summer, I moved back to the Bay and worked at this place called Greener Printer in Richmond. There, I did everything from customer service to working some of the print machines or bindery machines. As you see here, some of our clients were Blue Bottle, Yaramate, Rachel Coffee, amongst others. Again, I landed that through the career fair. And then upon graduating, I'm going to stop sharing screens real quick. Upon graduating, I came out super confident. I was like, I have so much experience under my belt, all this knowledge. I want to land a job right out of college. But no, like there was a period of like 3 months where I was like super depressed because I couldn't land a job. I kept getting declined. But I kept at it, swallowed my pride, and applied for retail. I worked at Target for like a couple of months while I was still job searching, and I ended up finding this position for a graphic designer at Insight Editions, which is a book publishing company. They're super cool. They do a lot of license work for these really big companies like HBO, Marvel. Um, Here's some of their clients or where they've been mentioned. They do like cookbooks, pop-up books, behind the scene books of like what are some of the stuff that I did. I worked with DC Comics, Harry Potter, Star Wars. It was a lot of fun, and yeah. But the thing is, one of the jobs that I was previously declined was First Republic Bank. I went through the whole interview process, but they ended up choosing someone else. Uh, but while I was at Insight, they reached out to me again and said, "Hey, another position opened up. We really liked you during the last interview, so are you willing to accept the offer?" And I said, "Absolutely." And it was cool because although I was like full time here at Insight, it was like during that 3-month period where they're trying to determine if I'm the right fit. When that 3 months ended, I ended up moving to First Republic. Insight was kind of bummed by that. They really liked me, and they even offered me like higher salary and more benefits, but the compensation that I was going to get from the bank was way more than here. So I ended up doing that. Commuting here was like 2 hours away, but it was definitely worth it. And I got some work done on the bus, or sometimes I just took naps. Um, and yeah, what you think of working at a bank, it's not at all what it seems. They're very, very energetic, very welcoming, very, very, I don't know. It's just, there's so much behind it. So I worked on this team called Rapid Design Studio, which deals with working with project managers, art directors, copywriters, production. We deal with like compliance, so like the whole like legal aspect of promoting the bank's promos and stuff. I could give a, I can't show too much of what I do, but one of the things, this is public, so let's see. This is an example of some of the things that I work on. It's like a little Facebook ad. So this was done in Adobe Illustrator, just designing everything. And then it was animated in Adobe After Effects. And honestly, I'm still learning a lot about design, and I always encourage everyone to keep learning new skills. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing this. Keep learning new skills. Educate yourself. There's tons of resources online. I'll go ahead and forward some of those to Rafael. Yeah, because if you're a sitting duck, technology moves so fast, and if you don't keep up, you'll be replaced. So yeah, just always keep learning, be passionate, and as the saying goes, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll go ahead and provide Rafael with my contact information. As always, you can check out my website. My contact information is there too. All right. Thank you guys so much. Bye.